And now let's take the news. We begin the news this morning on the African continent, where more than 10,700 cases of the coronavirus have been confirmed in 52 countries. Only Comoros and Lesotho are free from the pandemic as of now. 534 deaths have been recorded, which represents 4.9% of the cases. Now, this is close to the 3.5% fatality rate in the U.S. and far lower than 10% death rates in some parts of Europe. A little less than 1,200 persons have recovered from the infection on the continent. South Africa, Egypt, Morocco, and Algeria have all recorded over 1,000 cases each. Many other countries are imposing a range of preventive and containment measures against the spread. Now, but the biggest intervention is the aid from China, which began to arrive last month. Ethiopia, Algeria, and Zimbabwe have all received the materials from the country that has successfully put the worst of the pandemic behind them. Now, back in Nigeria, a team of Chinese medical experts arrived at Abuja, the nation's capital, yesterday. Now, this is part of the intervention facilitated by a Chinese company in Nigeria. Correspondent Moyo Thomas reports.
And so forth, and the protocol is now well established. We now feel in a much stronger and better position to undertake this Herculean task of trying to see how we can bring Nigerians outside the country back into the country. And in that context, we've now started to get greater numbers of Nigerians, especially in the United States, where almost 200 have now indicated willingness to return. We're engaging with our embassies in China and our High Commission in London and also in France.
Now, globally, there are more than 1.5 million confirmed coronavirus cases, while more than 88,000 people have died. New infections and deaths remain on the rise in the U.S. Now, the country reported over 1,900 deaths on Wednesday alone, the highest single-day fatalities yet, bringing its death toll to more than 14,800. The U.S. also remains the country with the most confirmed infections than any other in the world, as cases topped 432,000. And Britain has reported an additional 938 fatalities on Wednesday, taking its death toll past 7,000. This is as Prime Minister Boris Johnson remains under close monitoring in intensive care. Cases of coronavirus brought into China from overseas have reached their highest level in 2 weeks. The National Health Commission reported 63 new cases on Wednesday, with 61 of those coming from overseas. The country has imposed strict quarantine rules on anyone arriving in China from overseas. And then South Korea has reported its lowest number of new cases in 7 weeks. Only 39 new cases of COVID-19 were confirmed in 24 hours. 23 of which were related to overseas arrivals.